DistroKid has been the industry standard for getting your newly created music out to the streaming platforms, and now the DistroKid app is now available on iOS and Android. Yeah, check that out. The app is now available on your phone. Go to the app or Play Store and download it. There's so many features inside this app. You can do things like sign up and pay for a new DistroKid account. You can upload your new releases there. You can see your DistroKid bank and withdraw your earnings. You even get notified when you've earned royalties and withdraw from the app via push notifications. You can see hyperfollow links. You can edit your account details. You can see your streaming stats from Spotify and Apple. You can even edit and add lyrics to your songs there. So like I said, go over to the App Store on iOS or Android and download the DistroKid app now. Also, they have this new feature called Mixia. I know a lot of artists struggle to be prolific and make their music sound as good as the music they hear from their influences and their peers. That's where Mixia comes in. Nothing's ever going to replace the artistry and expertise of a real human mastering engineer. But for artists who are short on time or resources, Mixia is a powerful tool to help make the music sound great in a hurry. Simple interface, empowering the most novice of music creators. It's got unlimited song previews of mastered songs with one free download, and for $99 you get unlimited mastered tracks. So go check out Mixia and make sure to go to the App Store and download the DistroKid app so that you can get your music out there and get it heard. You're doing your thing and they're helping you do it. DistroKid.
No Simple Road. Yeah, here we go.
I know the road may seem to go on forever and a lifetime.
I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Wow.
I don't even know what you guys are saying.
Far out. Hey now, No Simple Road family, it's Aaron.
And Mel.
And Apple.
In the spirit of Darwin. No. He's here. Hey, everybody. Well, welcome back to hanging out with us.
Yeah.
We're here, and it's Friday, and sun is shining, summer's happening. And
In most places.
And yeah. Dude, that was weird what you showed me today.
What?
The Tomorrowland thing.
Well, that's why I said in most places when you said the sun is shining, like festivals got hit hard today.
Oh, yeah?
Tomorrowland, the one over in Belgium, their main stage caught on fire.
And it's like a huge like
What?
production stage with like a lion and castle.
It looks like Small World After All
Yeah.
type thing. And the
On
whole
acid.
thing
Caught
burned.
fire?
And then
our
Rob,
friends over at Secret Dreams are having like
thunderstorms, shelter in the car, and the whole forecast for the entire like next 9 days is thunderstorms and rain.
Oh, my gosh.
It's
I told
we
Apple at this
hoping the
point-
best for everybody out there in Thornsville that they get a break there.
At this point, it seems like a conspiracy to me. Like something's fucking fishy in Denmark.
I think everybody that listens to the show at least knows about weather modification. I can't even say it.
not even real,
Weather
no.
modification.
Weather modification. That was one of the first comments.
Fake
Somebody
news.
said, "Don't
No.
worry, Tipper controls the weather."
That's true. He does mod the weather.
I mean, I can't start because then I can't stop.
yeah. You know who else?
yeah, that could be an That could be an episode.
You know who else controls the weather?
Who controls the weather?
Our guest this week.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Bella Rayne.
yeah,
She makes it literally rain wherever she's at.
This is true. Yep. She is
but good rain.
fantastic. I saw her on Instagram and was completely floored.
Yeah, when you started showing me, I was like, what?
Yeah.
How old is she and how has she been playing with so many people? But you'll find out here.
Yeah.
In this awesome interview with her.
Standing there with John Kay and Melvin Seals on stage, like doing the thing.
Hold on. I just want to retract. We didn't do an interview. We had a totally cool conversation.
Okay. You said an interview?
Yeah, I did say interview. And after I said it, I didn't want you to.
Sometimes that slips out of one of us.
Yeah, and
it's like, that's not what
maybe
we do.
another time that would be appropriate, but we didn't. We had a totally cool, fun conversation. I think she had a great time, and yeah, it was more getting to know her and hearing her awesome story and the support of her parents. It's really cool.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where, at least for me, having been into this for 30, Jesus, it's weird to say this, 30 plus years, you know that the music is in good hands.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? When we're long gone, she's going to be shredding.
Yep. And this, so one thing that impressed me, what you see in all her videos and everything, like she has no lack of confidence. Like in this interview, a lot of for being younger, like very outgoing, very fun.
Yes.
This conversation
It's nice
was
to
amazing.
see that.
Yeah.
Well, and from a podcast perspective, having guests on the show, it can be a toss up to have someone that's in their early teens on the show because they haven't done a lot of interviews. They don't know how to do the thing yet. And this was not that. No. She is poised and professional and dope and down to earth and cool. And so stoked to see what happens with Bella.
And has amazing parents, as you will hear.
Yes, for sure. Apple, hip us up to what's going on.
Yeah,
and where's
she going to be?
Well,
What's she
Bella,
doing?
if you want to, you can go follow her on Instagram. Bella, it's BELLA_RAYNE, Bella Rayne. And then Bella-Rayne.com is her website where you can get merch and all that and then see what she's up to. And she's got some stuff coming up. And
I know she's got some California dates coming up, right?
She's got a Colorado one on July 23rd, the 24th in Menlo Park, California. Yeah, and then all over California, and then to Washington, D.C., live at the Hamilton.
Wow.
Yeah, August 9th, and then Park City, Utah, Canyons Village. Some beautiful places. And then June Lake for June Lake Jam Fest in September.
So, excuse me, if you are not familiar with Bella, I would suggest pausing, going to YouTube, go check her out, or go follow her on Instagram and look at some of the videos that are up there, and then come back to this conversation because it will give you a little bit more context of who we're speaking with here and why she was on No Simple Road.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what else is important is for you guys to all go to shoptourbus.com.
What?
You should do that right now.
And get themselves a fresh new tee for the summer?
One of those comfy tees that feels so nice in the summertime. If you don't do this, you're just going to be uncomfortable and maybe itchy.
Grab yourself a steal your tape hat.
Yeah, the old school.
Still my favorite hat.
That is still a great hat.
And also, you get free shipping with the promo code
No Simple Road.
All one word. They're dope hand designed boxes that their merch comes in. It comes with a bunch of extras, and you might even get a Grateful Dead cassette
bootleg
in your order.
They've been our longest running sponsor. They come correct.
Yeah.
Shop Tour Bus.
Yeah.
They're sweethearts.
Totally. When we first reached out to them, we did I made a whole pitch and blah, blah, blah. And Luke was like, let's just do this amount of money forever. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's a great way to do it.
Yeah,
Grandfather Day, we got this. Can you believe it's been like 3 years since we met when they came here.
I know,
and
man.
Time goes so quick.
3 years.
It was so fun when they were visited.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So go check out Shop Tour Bus, everybody, if you haven't. And if you have, go order something else because they are the coolest tees around. I mean it. I'm not kidding. Should we do the business?
Business.
Go to
No Simple Road on Instagram, at No Simple Road on Instagram. And there you're going to check out what's going on. From there, you can go to nosimpleroad.com, and then you can go onto our past episodes. You can go onto some photos. You can go onto our merch tab. You can also schedule a reading with Aaron and I.
I want to say thank you to Jen for scheduling her tarot reading. We had a nice 1 hour reading with Jen, and it was a blast. Thank you for doing that with us, Jen.
Yeah. So just like Jen, be like Jen, be like others that have done that. And you can do that on nosimpleroad.com. And then also you can go to patreon.com from that.
/No Simple Road. That is the monetary financial support pipeline for No Simple Road, man.
It's no secret. It's crazy out there right now.
Yeah, man. And look, you heard we did one commercial. So we could use you all to go sign up on Patreon right now. You can sign up for
if it sounds right for you.
Little as $1 a month. Sign up for free. Go over there, sign up, and then you know that you are giving back to the No Simple Road crew and helping us continue to do the show.
Or if you have something, if you would like to become a sponsor, reach out.
Yeah,
Let us know.
absolutely.
And then you can also,
What?
if you want to be heard, if you want to voice yourself, if you want us to hear you, call the Tepid line, 971-808-1524.
Yep.
That is where you can tell us what we want. Trip reports. Everybody is out there going to
Yeah,
things.
man.
Festivals are in full swing. We know you're doing things. Let us know what's up and how you're doing, or tell us a joke, a recipe, whatever.
Andrew,
Open
I
mic.
know you're at Fish Philly. You should call 971-808-1524 and leave a trip report from the Fish Show, man.
A late night trip report. Those are
Nobody
good.
that's listening
Nope.
went to the Boulder shows or okay.
Sean and
No,
Krista
we don't
didn't
know
go.
any.
Nobody.
No, nobody's
Didn't
doing
do
it.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway,
I
you
heard
can
they
also
sold 3
leave us,
tickets.
leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Please,
That's
somebody
right.
do that. And, that helps other people find out about the show. But the most important thing you can do is tell somebody you love about No Simple Road. That is how we spread the mycelial network that is the No Simple Road family. Also, Mel and I have been nominated as to win possibly America's
We're in a
favorite.
contest to win this.
They've made
America's
it to the
favorite
next
couple
round.
in Variety magazine. What you do? We need all of you to vote. We made it to the second round. We're in the
Yay.
second round right now. We are in 5th place. You
We
can go
need
to
somebody
the
to get
No
there.
Simple Road Instagram, click the link in the bio, and at the top is where you vote. You can vote every 24 hours, and we need you all to do it every day. So
And
that we
I was
win.
going to throw something in because you have to do it through Facebook. I don't have one, but you can do like I did. Let your grandparents and like I did, my dad, people I
your
know
Nana.
that have Facebook, be like explain to these are my friends. You have Facebook. Please do this for me.
It's not through Facebook. You'll see. Just go
You
click
have
the
to
link.
verify
You'll-
through
You have to
Facebook.
verify.
That's
Yeah.
But I would appreciate it if everybody that's hearing the sound of my voice would vote for Mel and I.
Yeah.
We could possibly win 20 grand, and that would go a long way to helping No Simple Road and
Yeah.
all the things. So
I just
please
want
help
you
us
to
out.
get the cute photo shoot.
In
Oh my
Phoenix.
gosh, totally.
Yeah,
As long
cute
as it's
photo
during the
shoot in
summer, I'm
Phoenix.
good.
I'm stoked about that.
Yeah, I think that's the business, man.
I think
right?
that's what I really want out of it. No.
What, the photo shoot?
Yeah.
It's have cute pictures. Mel will be like, okay, whatever. Put the money in the bank. Where are we going to hang these pictures?
Yeah, no shit. Yeah,
What else?
that's it, man.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I have no
Ideas?
thoughts right now.
All right. Well, then,
Heads on empty
guys,
and I don't care.
sit down and strap in and listen to this awesome, awesome conversation with us.
Without further ado, the No Simple Road crew gives you
Bella Rayne.
Get out my life, woman. I don't love you no more. Get out my life, woman. I don't love you no more. Get out my life, woman. Nothing but heartaches by the score.
There we go.
Hey there, how's it going?
What's up, Bella?
Welcome.
I'm Aaron.
Hi, Aaron. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
My name is Mel Bella. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm stoked.
And then I'm the third member here. I'm Apple. And thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Bella, for everybody that's going to listen to this, tell them who you are and what's going on with you.
I'm Bella Rayne. I'm a guitarist based out of Northern California. I play a lot of jam band, psychedelic, kind of Southern rock music, and I'm looking forward to talking to you guys.
We're stoked to have you on the show, really. Like it's really, really dope to see somebody your age and also a woman that's doing the thing, man, and self-taught too. Like that's the part that really blew my mind. I what was it that like originally made you pick up a guitar?
So I would say the story is like funny because I tell it every time, and it's a funny story. It's basically I was just bored during COVID, bored out of my mind, and I was looking for something to do, and I went in the garage like rooting through every box and everything, and I found this big case, and it like thinking back on it now, it didn't even really look like a guitar case. It's like a weird case, and my mom's Strat from high school was in there, and I was like, well, this is something to work on. So I turned it into a project, and I was like, well, look up how to put some new strings on it and stuff and fix it and maybe give it to a friend or something. And at the time I was super into all sorts of 90s alternative and grunge. And so I said, you know what? It couldn't hurt to try and teach myself a song or two. And it just kind of spiraled from there.
Yeah.
Are you like that with other stuff too? Like when you find something, do you rabbit hole on it?
Totally.
Like what other kinds of stuff have you done that with?
So actually, before I started getting super into music, visual arts, like that was definitely my big passion, but I'm also getting into film photography at the moment. So just kind of some side things, but definitely art.
Wow.
So like videos, anything like that with your music, anything coming up that you have in the works?
That's funny. So people have mentioned like, oh, would you want to be visually involved in like the creative aspect of making your own music videos and stuff? And I think that when that point comes, I definitely want to have some fun with it.
Yeah.
I've been playing guitar since I was 12. I'm 53. I can't play like you. And I want to know, like, was it easy to like, did it come easy for you? Because I'm jealous. First of all.
Don't mind him, Bella. Don't mind him.
Honestly, I mean, I think there's so many different aspects to it. And just like, obviously I've been through so many ups and downs with it in different genres and playing in different bands. And I feel super thankful to have had the opportunity to share the stage with so many bands of different genres and just kind of being thrown into that. I think that has really added to my journey a lot. But like, honestly, just starting out, I really just felt instantly that connection to it. And like, that was kind of immediately what I knew that I wanted to do.
So how did it like start to ramp up for you? Like you started to play and stuff, and then now you're like playing with so many different, like you said, bands and different genres.
Yeah. So I started out, and the thing is basically like I was into all that 90s alternative because my parents are huge Deadheads. So I grew up around the Grateful Dead my whole life. Okay. And obviously I wanted nothing to do with it like any other teenager. And I was like, no way. I think there were actually periods where I was like, I'll never like the Grateful Dead. And you can't make me listen to it. And like, angsty, and I wanted the exact opposite, which I thought at the time was going to be like 90s Seattle grunge, like Mother Love Bone and Green River and all those bands. Yeah. So I took a deep dive into that, and that is what I was into. And I started to branch out a little bit and start playing like some Pink Floyd and just some random Pearl Jam, some random stuff. And I posted some videos online that then got me a little bit of steam, which was really cool. And then I started playing in just a tiny little ska band, which was a totally different thing for me. And then I ended up through social media just getting reached out to by, ironically enough, one of the Bay Area's Dead bands to come sit in. And I was like, no way, I don't play Grateful Dead. And I went having no idea what was going to happen. And that was like really where everything kind of kicked off.
Heck yeah. Well, that kind of answer, I was going to ask where the Grateful Dead influence came from, because the first videos I saw of you was like doing the Stone Temple Pilots and Smashing Pumpkins, which is all, that we grew. That was our shit. We were in our early 20s in the grunge era. And I love that you just like mentioned Mother Love Bone and Green River, because people know the big bands from grunge, but those are the more obscure and quite an era. And it sounds like you just take everything head on. Like, okay, I'm going to go try it and do it. But
so what was it about that time when you went, you went there kind of like begrudgingly a little bit, and then you started to play? Like what what was the spark, or what was it that kind of pulled you in?
Well, it was actually at the Hot Munkins Festival, and it was with a band called the China Dolls at the time, which is like Sunshine Beckers. Zach was a special guest that night. So I was really excited to see all of them and play, and we had talked and known each other a little bit. So I went to that, and it just turned into this big kind of like communal, like loving upbringing. And I felt so much support from everybody, even in just that night. It was kind of like oh, well, my band's playing next Thursday, and oh, you guys should come to my show next Sunday or whatever, and come sit in at that. So it turned into this like ongoing thing, and it was really, really magical almost. And I just felt like, I mean, I could see everybody in the crowd that night, and it was just like totally a new thing for me. And I think that's really where I had like a awakening.
Oh, wow. You know,
you felt the community right away.
Yeah, for sure.
We have a 22-year-old son, and growing up, it was me pushing the Grateful Dead all the time. And he, just like you, he's like, he hates the Grateful Dead. He's like, I don't know how you guys listen to that. And I think the missing part of that for him is exactly what you just said. Like that, the community aspect of that musical community is so special and tight and real and supporting. And that is like part of the secret sauce that makes it, like you said, magical. And I mean, in a very short time, you've played with the big heavy hitters of the scene. Is there any one of them that stands out for you as like a holy smokes moment?
Yeah, geez. Well, I mean, I've had the honor of playing with a bunch of cool people, and just like, obviously Melvin Seals is a big one for me. And I played with him a handful of times now, and that was just really, really cool. John Kadlecik, great, amazing, just such a cool experience, and such a great guy, just so down to earth. And getting to meet and not only play with but hang with these people has been so amazing. And just like, obviously Jackie Green and I have played together, Sam Grisman and I have played together now, and it's like just all these fun, like, and there's probably tons of people that I'm forgetting, but like, it's just so cool. Nothing that I ever would have expected. But
did you know about them beforehand? Like did you know who these people were in relation to the scene, or in, as a musician?
I think I started to pick up on it pretty quick once I like got into it, just like what you were saying about me kind of diving headfirst into things. So of course, like once I was like, oh, this is where it's at. I like wanted to know everything about it. And I think I'm just now getting to a point where I even have like a basis of an understanding of even the music. Like there's so many different parts to the scene, the music, the people, the band. And I think that it's just this huge thing that I'm just now kind of breaking the ice on. But I knew of a couple of these people before, just from my parents and stuff, of course, but getting to kind of meet and be up close and personal has been super fun.
That's amazing. Well, watching you play with Melvin and John, especially that's like going to church, with Melvin on the keys. I'm curious, how do your parents feel about all that? Are they like giddy that you're like in the scene now, and they're like,
Yeah, I mean, my parents are like my number one supporters, and my dad's like my big roadie, carries all the stuff and everything. And they're just like super, super happy. And I feel super fortunate to have such supportive parents and such a great team and support system. I think that I couldn't do it without them. So,
well, I bet to see you up there, Amy, because you had the opportunity to play some of the classic guitars like Alligator and stuff. I mean, that totally. How does that feel?
That's like another like mind blowing thing to even say. I feel like every time I say it, I have to like take a step back and like listen to myself. But saying that I've played not one but two of Jerry's guitars is like pretty wild to me, and definitely I wouldn't have expected that. But Alligator speaks for itself, literally. And it's one of those things where there's definitely a magic to it, and you just kind of feel that when you play it, especially.
I feel like those guitars, like it's like Harry Potter or something. It's like a Horcrux or some magical item that's like imbued with this energy. And then people that are supposed to play those things end up playing them. And this, whatever it is that's in that is let out again to touch all of us. And I think that that's like the really kind of cool part of being in the Grateful Dead community and the whole jam world. It's like the people that rise to the top seem to be the ones that kind of, I don't know, in my experience anyway, they deserve it. You know what I mean? And if it's happening to you at a young age, it's because you have talent and you have something in you that drew that energy to you, to connect to you. You know what I mean? And I wonder, like, now that you've had a little bit of time in the thing, what's been the most difficult part of being a guitar player and a female?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I mean, there's definitely been some up and downs.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that a lot of it is just having to have that feeling of like, well, I'm going to go and I'm going to do my best. I'm going to try my best. But am I even going to get a chance to try my best? Because you're always wondering if people are going to even like give you a chance or just think like, oh, well, she's a girl, especially somebody like my age. Like, I worry about being taken seriously and stuff. But honestly, other than that, I like to say that it's been pretty okay. Like, no, I haven't gotten anything super mean or anything super, super challenging from people. And honestly, the support definitely outweighs the bad. So it's good. And I just have been playing with a lot more women lately. I think that that's really awesome. I think I have like 4 girls in my band right now.
That's
at
awesome.
times, which is super, super cool to say, because I'm not like, obviously not just trying to have like a girl band, but for there to be girls to play with all of a sudden is really cool. And I think that it's nice that that's like kind of coming back, I guess. Like, I don't definitely becoming like a concentration in girls now. So any girl that's thinking of picking up a guitar or anything, like, definitely do it. I need more girls to jam with.
I've always wondered that.
So
like,
cool.
It's always dudes that you see shredding the guitar. And I've wondered it a lot. I'm like, why isn't there more women that are doing the thing? And what do you think? What do you think the reason is?
No, and like, especially for guitar, I feel like it's like definitely pretty much always men. But I don't know.
So Bella, I wonder, like, what are you hoping to like accomplish, or like what's your kind of goal, like, now that you're in this position? Maybe before you didn't have one, or you just wanted to play, but like now that you have these like awesome experience under your belt and all these like connections, what do you hope to see happen?
Yeah, well, obviously I'm still figuring myself out every day, but I think that some of the next steps for me are definitely just cracking down and writing some original music. And I've actually been taking the past couple weeks off to work on that and just some development stuff and original music. Actually singing just now got brought into the picture, which is really cool, something I never thought that I would be doing. But so those are like some of the next steps for me, and I hope to have some original music maybe out by the fall. So everybody stay tuned for that. And then, obviously a big dream for me is just going on tour and being on tour, having a band that I really feel close with and like a family. And I think that that's really coming together like a dream right now. So
don't worry, it's happening. It already happened. You just have to wait for it to catch up.
So I wonder, Bella, before you picked up the guitar at all, where did you think your life was headed? Like, what did you want to do? Were you thinking of doing the visual arts, or was it something completely off the wall?
Yeah, I was always super creative and like almost eccentric kid, I guess. I've been online schooled my whole life, which is really funny to most people, but it didn't really matter because I was always so involved in like social and extracurricular activities. Like I played soccer for 10 years. I did theater most of my life. My mom directed theater, my dad coached soccer and stuff, so we were always super involved in stuff like that. And that's what I think most people worry about with homeschooling, is just that your kid's not going to be involved enough in like social activities. But I was super into probably way too many things, and maybe that's why I couldn't pick one specific direction. But I think that I always knew something was going to stick, if it was visual arts or music or whatever. I always had like a big love for music, so I think that maybe in the back of my head was where I was always going. But that's cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that this is the direction that it went in, and I couldn't see myself doing anything else.
Are you out of school? Are you done?
Yeah, so I pretty much graduated high school last year. I've just been doing all dual enrollment, all online college classes and stuff.
So this may be a weird question, but has your success and what's going on with you changed the dynamic in the family at all?
Honestly, I think that my parents really, really love this music, and I feel like it's a fair trade. I'm like, you guys love this music, so it's good that I'm not like, there's a lot of other things that I could be doing.
Yeah, no shit.
I think that they're happy that it's this, but if anything, I think that it's brought us even closer together somehow. But because we're spending a lot of time together, whether it's on the road or planning set lists or doing anything, I have a lot of help from my band and my family. So I think that it's really good bonding for everyone.
How are you with like being on stage? Has that come easy for you? Like playing music is one thing in like your garage or your room. Yeah. Then you're going on stage with a bunch of people that are used to doing that, used to performing. Like how did that piece fit in for you?
People always ask me that stage fright question, and honestly, like it hasn't been a huge problem for me, and I don't think that I was
awesome.
I don't think that I was thinking about it like that when I first started, which is probably a good thing. I don't think I like let myself think that stage fright was going to be a problem, and then it just wasn't a problem. But I would rather play a room of 20,000 people than like 10 people that I know. Because it's like if there's not a lot of people there and you're like looking at like
the same people,
you're like, oh, hi, like we're really close, like you can almost walk on the stage right now. Right. But if there's a ton of people, I feel like it just like I really feed off the energy of the crowd, and you just see like I always love to see at some of the biggest shows that I've played like dust flying up, and it almost looks like mosh pity, and I think that is so cool, and it just makes me like,
that's that grunge in you.
It's a weird thing to I mean, like I said, I've been playing guitar forever. I've still never played in front of anybody.
Really?
I'm terrified to play in front of people. Like I barely do it in front of these guys.
I feel like this younger generation, Bella, correct me if I'm wrong, but you are all used to like cameras or like being kind of in front of people. So like seemingly it doesn't seem as hard. Like what? I'm learning, I'm doing this thing. Everybody has to learn, right? Like that's such a great like leg up for people who are in their head all the time, you know?
Well, that's what we need to do. We need to throw you on stage in front of 20,000 people instead of in the backyard like a Cody's playing the
jam session.
Yeah.
No, thank you, man. You know, you mentioned singing. What does that look like for you now? Like you said, it's entered the picture. How has it entered the picture? What's going on?
So singing, like probably even more than the Grateful Dead, was something that I was like, I'm never going to sing. And
why?
Ever. But because I was just like, I'm not a singer. I'm not going to sing. And I don't know why I was saying that, because at one of my recent shows, I basically had no choice but to sing because we were playing a show, and I was missing my girl singer from my band, and my keyboard player, or Alex Jordan, we wanted to play Saint Stephen, and that was on the set list, and he said, I can't sing that alone, that's a duet. I said, so I have to sing. And he said, yeah, if you want to play it, you have to sing. So I just like went and did it. And I think that it honestly went pretty good. And I was like, I was home alone the day before and I was like blasting it around the house, kind of just like practicing. And I was like, well, as long as they don't make me practice it like before the show and I can just do it on stage, then I should be good. And I did it and just like went for it. And I think that it kind of like opened up a totally different door for me now that I've just like done it in front of people, which is totally crazy.
Isn't it funny how those?
I'm just curious which performance that was when you.
That was at. So this is Bottle Rock weekend, and this was the Friday night Anders Osborne show at the Hot Monk, and this is Bottle Rock After Dark.
Okay, and that was just like 3 weeks ago.
Perfect spot, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What were you gonna say, Mel?
Well, I was just gonna say, isn't that funny? Like the things that we kind of like dig our heels in, like I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that. All of a sudden, now like just gets flushed on you, and like you have to rise to the occasion.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was really cool, and just especially playing and singing at the same time, which I don't know how I pulled that off, but like it's a totally different thing, and I think that I want to get more into it for sure.
Singing is such a weird thing because, I mean, those of us that can use our voice, we talk, and it seems like we should just be able to do it.
Well,
right?
we all can,
but
whether
not everybody can.
Whether it's great or
some
not, it does not.
Ear.
It's different.
Yeah,
like,
some people don't have an ear for it.
But I gotta hand it to you. It's like you got a lot of courage to just, and it seems like it doesn't faze you. You're like, well, if I have to do it backstage in front of everybody first, that's gonna suck. But if I just go out in front of everybody and go for it, well, that's cool. And that's guts, man. That's the scene too of like the Grateful Dead music. That's what they did. They just went out and did it. That was so exciting about it. Like they were on the edge of the cliff. They didn't care if they fell, and they did. And the audience supported it.
Yeah, and it was still awesome, even when they made mistakes.
So now that you're being immersed in this world, and people are going to ask you this, I'm sure. Do you have a favorite era of the Grateful Dead?
Ooh, this is something that I think about a lot, and I think that I kind of waver on it and like go back and forth. So I would probably give you a different answer if you asked me this tomorrow.
Sure.
But right now I'm feeling like early 70s or late 70s. Probably early today.
You know what? It's like asking the next question I'm going to ask, and it's going to be different every day.
Favorite song.
Yeah. Your favorite Grateful Dead song. And look, it depends on what the weather's like outside.
How you're feeling.
Depends on how you're feeling. What, all that stuff. So do you have one that you enjoy playing more than others?
Oh, it totally changes every day. And honestly, I think that the answer is different if you ask me playing or just listening.
Right.
As playing, like there's so many options, and honestly, like from what I've played, it depends on what band I'm playing with, if I'm playing alone or whatever. But I really, really love playing Terrapin, and it's just like such a experience because the song is so long. Like first of all, even though like all Grateful Dead songs are long, like Terrapin, it goes through a lot of stages, and I think that it's really like you're really in with the band when you're playing it, and just playing it. I've played it when I've done Bob gigs before and had to learn all the Bob parts, which is like a total crazy other world and like a whole nother beast. And then the Jerry parts are just amazing and really just like crazy. And but listening, I don't know. I mean, I love some mellow stuff to listen to. I love Wharf Rat.
Okay.
That's one of my favorites. China Rider is one of my favorites to listen to. I love Samson and Delilah. I mean, the list goes on. But,
You just throw the songbook on the table. Poof, there you go. These ones.
Do you remember your parents playing these same songs, and then now that you're playing them, they are a whole different like vibe for you, or a whole different, just listening to it so differently?
Totally. And it's so crazy because like now thinking back, that's like, it's super nostalgic, and it brings back something that like you don't get to have with a lot of other things. Like you're not remembering random things from your childhood unless you're getting like a super strong reminder of it. And that is a super strong reminder. And honestly, seeing album covers is another thing that's like, I remember sitting in the back seat, obviously, and like looking at whether it was a CD or like on a screen, just seeing the album cover, and then just it looking familiar to me nowadays is super cool.
Wow.
Wow. It's a trip to think that it's been around long enough for that to be a thing. Do you know what I mean?
Right?
It's like generation, now there's like 3 generations or 2 that it's been a part of our lives. And you're doing something really rad. Like you're opening the door for girls your age to
young
enter
people
into this space and like giving them a template to work after. Has that dawned on you? Is that news or no?
I think that I definitely feel that myself. Like this is a really cool space to be in, and kind of like there is a door opening. But to think about it like that is really, really cool. And to play any small part in this is so special to me. And to have any chance at inspiring even one young person or young girl especially is my dream. So
Well, I love that you said that you stepped out of other, like just the Grateful Dead, because it was the Talking Heads, Slippery People one you did. That was amazing.
Yeah.
You were doing some amazing work there and everything. And then what was the other one? The Allman Bets. When you were up there, that looked like an all-star jam or something, but you were up there, I mean, not just holding your own with all those guys, just like, taking it to another level. I'm just curious about that. Other than the Grateful Dead, are you very familiar with Talking Heads and Allman Brothers too, or?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'll listen to just about anything, and I feel like my taste is such a wide variety already, but it's like my band plays a bunch of Southern rock. We definitely have like a swampy kind of Tedeschi Trucks, Widespread Panicky sound for sure. And I think that my edge is kind of where that's coming from, whether it's a good or a bad thing. Like I'll go to play Grateful Dead gigs and I'll kind of before the show be kicking myself like, should I feel bad because I'm not trying to sound exactly like Jerry? And there's all these people that chase this, which I think is amazing to chase this and study this, and everybody's great, but like there's all these people that chase this specific tonality or equipment or whatever, and I had never really thought about it like that, and now I just kind of am doing my thing, but like playing it with I know that I have a little bit of an edge, and sometimes I'm worried I don't sound traditional enough.
Don't worry about it.
Wait a minute. This is a good point to bring up, because you clearly weren't alive during that time. That's not, that, whatever they're, the older people remember, and they're chasing that, like the musicians that were maybe there. And that's a whole different thing than what you're doing. You're doing an interpretation of what you've heard and grew up with your entire life. So it shouldn't sound like, familiar, of course, because you're playing the same notes and the same chords. But like, this is why a new, fresh outlook is so welcome, because you're playing really nostalgic songs for so many people, but you're keeping it fresh. And that is the most important thing with music that has been passed down, is like, it is nice to hear something like that sounds exactly like that. But then if it came from somebody like you, who's like a new, young, beautiful thing, and it just seems like you're not being true to yourself.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like you have to bring that grunge and that like swampy rock and like even like the Wiggles, whatever comes out, you know what I mean? Like whatever your background is, because that's what's going to like attract new listeners and also keep old listeners excited about the music. Like, whoa, I've never heard about it like that before.
I've heard Jerry's tone a million times. I've heard Jerry do it, and he does it great. and it's his. Do you know what I'm saying? And for
Totally.
you, yeah. And the exciting part of an artist like you is for us to see your perspective on the thing. Don't let anybody ever make you feel pressured to have a certain kind of sound. Sound like Bella.
That's like we said too, like before. There's a difference in seeing. There's so many Grateful Dead. There's a difference between cover band and most of them are tribute bands that are like doing their spin on it. There's nothing I love hearing more like Latin Dead.
Oh yeah.
When we discovered Latin Dead, putting like bringing that together,
Or J-Rad.
and it's a whole new sound, and that's what you want to hear.
You mentioned Susan Tedeschi.
Yeah, for sure.
Is she? I think I read somewhere she's like your.
She's a huge inspiration to me for sure. And just first off, thank you guys. I think I really needed to hear all that.
Good.
And that's,
You're welcome. You deserve it.
We're
man.
here for it, Bella. We're here to help you, first to help people know about you and what you're up to, but also we're parents and we're music lovers. So our natural inclination is to prop people up and say good job, because I think what all of us have seen is that you're killing it out there, and you're so young, so you're not only learning, but you're teaching us how to listen differently.
Yeah.
So I think that I just wanted to share that with you, because it's true. Like you do need to hear it, and we need to say it, you know?
Thank you. Well, y'all are the best. But yeah, Susan is a huge inspiration to me, and I actually got to meet her and Derek backstage at the Greek. I think it was last year, which was like definitely a bucket list moment for me, just for sure. But they're super, super cool people, definitely as down to earth as you would expect.
Yeah,
And
I would think that would be like like you said, the inspiration, because that's kind of in this scene, she's the one, man. Like,
yeah, absolutely. And like both of them are huge. Obviously, Derek is like way top of the list
what
for
is
me.
he even doing? Do you?
It's not like, don't, like, it's not.
It's not.
Yes.
I like it's not.
Derek Trucks, it's not.
It's like it's not.
You watch his hands. It's like there's an angel in there and a demon at the same time, and they're fighting, and he's making it happen on the guitar.
I love that.
What the hell is he doing with his hands?
I have kind of a weird question because I'm a girl and this matters to me, and I just wonder, how much do you put attention into like your outfits and how you look on stage? Because is it a persona on stage? Is this like a Bella persona, or is this like Bella all throughout and you just get to have some fun outfits and be a cool other person? Like, do you know what I mean? Like some people have like a stage self and then a home self.
That's such a good one. And for me, like, that's definitely a good question for me. And people laugh about it that know me, like outside of just being on stage, because I mean, you all have seen what I wear on stage, and I would like to thank my mom, who's pretty much my personal stylist, because I mean, she helps me out with all that stuff. But I definitely am. Yeah, seriously, I'm definitely super into just like, I mean, picking out outfits and making stuff cool and just always like experimenting with that. But when I'm home, I have like a totally skateboarder aesthetic, and like I think that people definitely laugh about that, because I've shown up to shows in like Jankos and like a t-shirt and like I totally wear, like, I skateboard, so I wear like skate shoes and like all these things, and you can't tell anybody that I skateboard because I'm not supposed to be breaking any wrists anytime soon. But it's two different things, but one person, no persona.
That's dope.
That's really cool. Yeah. I love that. I love that your mom helps you style that, because it's I mean, it's cool to show up with Janko jeans and a cute little t-shirt on stage, but also, you know, there's another part too. It's kind of like going to work clothes or not.
So fun. Like just like what you're saying, it makes it into like a special experience if you're getting dressed up for anything. So I think that's fun.
Yeah, it's a chance to show yourself. Like just recently we watched the Becoming Led Zeppelin documentary. I mean, you talk about fat. You like look at Jimmy Page and Robert Plant's wardrobes through their whole career. It's like, oh my God,
who makes that stuff?
Could you imagine having their wardrobe?
Like velvet pants and like velvet, like, you know, a vest or something like that. Like so awesome.
Bella, you mentioned your friend group, and I asked you if the dynamic changed with you and your family. Has this change the way that you relate to your friend group?
I mean, living in a super, super, super small town. Like I live in rural Mendocino, right on the coast, and I've grown up here. I'm originally from North Carolina, so moving to a super small town is definitely a change. But I have a bunch of just really close friends here who have tried to make it out to as many shows as they could and stuff. And really, I think they're really giving this kind of music a chance. And like I said recently to somebody I was talking about, just like people are listening to, especially young people are listening to all sorts of stuff these days. And, you know, like bringing friends to shows and stuff and then getting that text back that's like, oh, like that was totally different. I liked that is like almost totally worth like the whole thing. But I definitely think it took people a minute to like catch on. I feel like I was definitely, not just from my friends, but from other people, peers my age and stuff, I was definitely getting that like kind of like head tilt from
Why
everybody.
You play music for old dudes.
I think that they're just now giving it a chance, which is cool.
Well, but that could also be being ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes like there is somebody in your friend group, they're the ones that go to like Japan over the summer and come back dressing all cool, or
totally.
you know, have that one fun uncle that takes them to a cool festival and now they're like doing this, that, the other. So like you're ahead of the curve in a little bit.
About 60 years behind the curve and
the music never stops.
Good point. That's a good point, Bella.
All right, now, I'm curious as far as like musical history. What was your first concert attending like as a fan?
That's so funny that I even remember this, but I think one of the first concerts I went to Wani when I was like a toddler, so that counts, and probably saw a bunch of great bands there that I wish I could remember. But my first like conscious concert was David Byrne, and I think I'm sure it was in San Francisco.
That's so funny. We were just watching it last night,
and a friend was talking.
Really?
Yeah, a friend was talking about. It's like you got to see.
Yeah, he's
him.
on tour. He's going on tour.
That was one of my first concerts, which is definitely like trippy.
Yeah, that'll stick for sure.
Yeah.
So what's your guilty pleasure band that you listen to?
Yeah, well, I think that getting out of some Dead shows and stuff, especially if I spent a week like cramming songs, like sometimes there'll be a show, just like I played this show the other night, and it was actually for Cheryl Rucker's birthday show, and I was not expecting to play the whole show. And I got there and they were like, well, why don't you just stay up for the whole show? And it was a big like birthday bash, and I stayed up. And first of all, it was JGB, which doesn't normally have two guitarists, obviously. So I was like trying to be my best JGB Bob that I could. I didn't know like any of the songs. It was all JGB songs, but they were super obscure ones. And I was like I think that that's one of the things that I'm really thankful for, is being able to, like, I trust my ear enough to be able to go on stage and not know the song, which is a thing that happens to me super often that I've got really used to, especially doing artist at large stuff. Just getting thrown up there literally in a band being like, all right, we're going to play this original song, and me just being able to like kind of guess and
they tell you the key?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just like, and if they don't tell you the key, you just figure out the key.
What?
You just figure out the key, and then I guess I just go and like base it on what vibe the song is, and like try and play in the best vibe and style. Like if it's like a Southern song, I try and play like my best. I'm trying to be more country and stuff, and just put whatever spin on it I can. But back to the other question, it's just like, if I spend a long time cramming for songs, then I'm obviously listening to Grateful Dead a lot and the same songs over and over again. And I like to listen to like the exact opposite when I get out. So I'll literally listen to like, I like Matchbox 20 and like Third Eye Blind a lot. So I would say that those are like my guilty pleasures right now.
Wow. It's like, you're like, that's all the music that like we grew up with.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
So like that's my driving music and stuff.
Yeah.
That's good shit, man.
Well, that's during the 90s, like that huge like grunge era, and then like just kind of pop music in general was so. I mean, pop is popular, but it was very, very popular, and because we didn't have so many different sources for music, most people listened to it and knew this music, and so it's very comforting for a lot of people.
I think that grunge was like really one of the last times that the underground became mainstream.
Yeah.
And now it's so oversaturated.
Yeah, and honestly, I know that I'm calling it like the exact opposite in my head and stuff, but how I connect the two is just that, like, you know, because I was always thinking like, how am I going to listen to grunge and Grateful Dead? Like, what is that? Like, that's not okay. And then I was like, oh, they do kind of connect, because I feel like they're the only two genres that are like solely accepting to people, and they're kind of both like an anti. Grunge is very anti, and I think that, I mean, the Grateful Dead and any kind of hippie movement is like that too, and that's kind of where I relate them.
You know what? I'll tell you this, and I totally get what you're talking about in your head. Like, these two things shouldn't go together, and I shouldn't. You know what I mean? I totally get it. But I wish somebody had told me there's no rule. There is no rule. It doesn't have to connect. You're the thing that connects it. Mm-hmm. If you like it, they connect because of you. And that's what makes an artist incredible. That's like separates them from the rest, is somebody that has thrown the rules away and been like, I'm just going to like what I like. I don't give a shit what anybody else thinks. And then all that stuff that you dig turns into your music. Do you know what I'm saying? So you don't ever have to feel like that.
You know what, Bella? I feel like it's kind of like if I made you chicken soup, and then your mom made you chicken soup, and then your best friend's mom made you chicken soup, and you had all of them and they're all delicious. But maybe you had a favorite. Maybe this one had like tarragon in it and this one didn't, right? Like, so that's what you're doing. You're like getting all these awesome musical ingredients, and some of them really spark joy, and others are just like fun to listen to.
That shit.
Yeah. And then, and then it comes out, and like Aaron said, it just comes out in your music. And I don't think that you ever need to feel bad for, like, if you're a musician, that's a huge umbrella you get to walk underneath. Like, you can throw classical in there. You can throw reggae in there. You can throw drum beats in there. You can throw, instrumental or techno. Like, you can make a big sand pile and like just make the dopest house ever, because you're still learning. So once you have all these fun ingredients in your kitchen, you're like, oh, let me use a little bit of this in here. And then it works.
Have you ever, do you like to read?
Yeah, I like to read.
There's a book. It's called Steal Like an Artist. Have you ever heard of it?
Don't think I've heard of it.
It's for visual art. It's like a visual, like I read it when I was in graphic design school. You should check it out. I think you would get a lot out of it. It's probably one of the most, that and the Rick Rubin book.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. Okay.
Those two books are probably
have to check those out.
Yeah, most impactful books ever. And if you think about just Jerry, right? He was playing freaking jug band music. He was playing pedal steel. He was playing the banjo. He played bluegrass.
Gospel.
He played old time gospel, jazz, rock, funk. It's all of it. And that's what makes an artist great. And you've played with some of these cats that are like when you say you've played with Melvin, what I wonder is when you get on stage playing with somebody like that, right? How does it differ for you than other musicians? Like, does your listening change when you are playing with a cat like Melvin?
Yeah, I think that I definitely try and tune in on that. And I almost want to say I can like hear the memories and the stories when we're playing together and stuff. And obviously it's the whole thing is like trying not to get caught up that you're on stage with Melvin Seals. But once you can get past that, you can hear the stories, and it's like,
Wow.
it's really like speaking and communicating through the music, which is.
And that's what I was wondering. Like when we used to do No Simple Road, like we're in a living room of our house. This is where our studio is. But we used to do it in a bedroom upstairs. And what the first interview we did in this new studio was Melvin.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And we kind of almost set that up. We were like, we went Melvin to Crescent in the new studio.
And I know exactly what you're talking about. The minute he popped into the Zoom, you could like feel his presence.
He changed the energy immediately.
Yeah, he was here.
We felt it, all of us. We were just like, waiting to, for him to answer or whatever. And the second he came on, you felt the spirit. Like, you felt the spirit in the room
and the history.
And
like
he was, he's such a spiritual person. So when it's not just words. You're right. He brings like a story or an essence with him when he talks or when he plays. And like, I can't even imagine like literally playing music with somebody like that. Like you said, bringing all of that history into the now.
Well, I'm happy that you guys feel that too. And like, Melvin's such a great guy. And the funny story about me and Melvin is that a long, long time ago, my parents were putting on a JGB show. This had to have been in like 2017. And there's this, I'm lame on my part, lame photo of me when I was like 8 with Melvin. And I'm like, don't show him that. Don't show him that. I'm like, that was not me. They showed it to him, and I was like, no. Like, let him think that I'm cool. Like, put him on like 7. Like, that's gross. And they did.
Of course they did.
But that is cool.
Of course they
Look
did.
at this little cute girl, and then now look at this young woman killing it. Like, that is cool.
Oh, we're buddies now.
I have to ask because we've been talking to you for a bit. It hasn't come up yet. One of us is going to end up mentioning it. Do you like the band Fish? Have you gotten into them?
That's a big question, guys. Yeah. I have gotten into Fish a little bit. I'm a huge Trey Anastasio fan. I think that he's great. And I have listened to him play not only with Fish, but outside of Fish with other bands like Tedeschi Trucks and everything. And I think that what he does is pretty different than anybody. And I think that there's a lot of bands right now kind of bringing that back into the mix, which is cool because, as big as Fish is, it's not talked about as much as other things in the scene, especially among musicians. So that's definitely a cool question, but yeah, I like Fish a lot.
It took us forever.
It took us finally going to a show because growing up, it was like back in the day, you were either into Fish or the Grateful Dead.
Yeah, it was like being a Crip or a Blood.
Yeah, you had to pick one. Yeah.
They didn't mix. But I think the thing that did it was Fare Thee Well. Like that crossed the streams for good.
Well, and if you haven't been to a Fish show, you need to go to a Fish show and see what they do live. It is an energy, kind of like you were just saying about Trey.
Yeah,
it's an energy unlike anybody else is creating out there.
Well, I always said when I first started going to see Fish, there's concerts and then there's a party, and Fish is a party. And that with like concert music. Do you know what I mean? Like you're not just going to go to a concert and enjoy a good night. This is like such a fun experience to dress up with people that are older and that are acting like young teenagers, but we're all older. And there's not very many places people let their hair down like that. Like, sure, maybe at festivals and stuff, but you're not going to a normal Friday night and seeing what you can see at a Fish show. And what that does for people is it kind of evens the playing field for everybody. You could be a business guy, you could be a housekeeper, you could be a mom, you could be whatever, and we're all there having fun, like a really fun time. So that just changes from like just going to a concert and enjoying music for the night to going to see Fish where you're like no holds barred and you're still getting phenomenal music.
Yeah, it's it's another thing.
It's definitely a life-changing event. I will say that it was a life-changing event for me. I was never really into jam band music too much. And then we went to the Gorge and saw, Fish, and I was with my sister and my nephew, and that was the first time for all of us. So I think that was a cool thing to experience, like first time in this beautiful venue, but like even if you're not trained with an ear, you can hear the complexity of this music.
Yeah. I was just going to say, one of the things I know that we would recommend, if you have not seen on YouTube, if you go watch the Trey Anastasia band playing the Beacon Jams during COVID, is some of the most incredible music that he's created.
Yeah, you'll dig it.
It's just insane.
All right.
I have a couple fun questions.
Okay,
It's the same question, but for two different things.
All right.
What is one of your favorite things that has come out of hippies and grunge? Whether it's fashion, whether it's music, or anything. What is like one of your favorite things that hippies and grunge has brought?
That's a good question, Mel.
That is a good question. Like together?
No,
like
separately.
Oh, okay.
Hippies.
Yes,
okay.
hippies and then
right.
grunge.
You want me to answer?
No,
I'll answer to help her out.
Okay, let Aaron go first.
Go for it.
You're gonna say no, but
no.
I gotta say LSD for the hippies. Come on, that's an easy answer
for you.
Yeah,
that is influence.
Yeah, that's for me.
Yeah.
Okay,
and then for grunge, I gotta just say one album.
10?
10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to have to go with him and say the easy answer is LSD and Kurt Cobain, but
Perfect. There you go. Yeah. Love it.
no, I mean, that's a great one. I think that there are so many options for the two because they're such kind of groundbreaking.
Yeah.
And for hippies, I think that just like what you were saying a minute ago, it's kind of just the feeling of like all the judgment going out the window and just being able to let your hair down no matter who you are, what kind of person you are, or if you're a lady or a guy, if you're old or young, or what you believe in or anything, everybody can just kind of connect through the music. And like that kind of ties together everything we've been talking about through speaking through the music and getting to connect on so many levels with so many amazing people that you may have never met and like all the generations. And I think that even though it's a big thing, has to be my favorite thing that's come from this. And then from grunge, I thank grunge for a lot of, for pretty much making me the person I am today and just learning. I feel like I've learned a lot of lessons through the music, as like cliche as that sounds, but
it's not, Bella.
It's not.
I do. And like just looking back and like seeing all the stories and reading about these people and like really what they did to just kind of go against like everything and like against all odds, kind of making this uprising. And 10, of course, the album 10, which I've had the pleasure of playing with the drummer Dave Cruson.
Oh
wow.
So,
yeah.
Well, that's to me also like Grateful Dead too, but especially grunge being in their early 20s. It came on the heels of the like growing up watching Iron Maiden and bands like that was very produced and a production and all the hair bands, everything was polished. And then grunge came along and it's like the dude down the street can do this. The garage band can do this. You don't have to look fancy. You don't have to do your hair. They crushed that whole stereotype.
Yep.
Yeah,
And they were also supportive of playing with each other and rooted each other on.
They were fighting for some pretty good causes at different points. And I know that there's videos out there of like Eddie Vedder and obviously Pearl Jam are huge advocates for a lot of different things. And I think that that's awesome. And that they're using their platform for that for good is awesome. And then there's obviously videos of Kurt Cobain, like huge feminist, kicking people out of the crowd for being weird or creepy. And that's all great stuff. So
yep. Yeah, we
Also,
we
two
got
of the
to take
greatest
it back
voice.
for a while.
I was gonna say two of the greatest voices ever came out of that too. Chris Cornell and Lane Staley.
Lane Staley. Yeah.
Those voices are unlike anybody else, and Eddie Vedder. I mean, there are a lot, but the voices that came out of that, the angst behind it, I got goosebumps. Every time I think about grunge, I get goosebumps.
You were saying like, it's not cheesy. Like the things that taught you like grunge when it was coming out, like the 90s. That's how I learned how to even like process my feelings. I didn't even know what was really happening in my life. And then to hear people actually singing about what they were singing about helped me to like
instead of just partying.
Yeah, helped me to dissect my life and understand my feelings. So I think that, music, that's what a good song can do. It can help you process your stuff like it was written for you.
Yep. Bella, before we go, what do you have coming up that you're excited about?
Well, I've got lots of cool stuff coming up.
Yeah.
Just booked a bunch of shows actually out of state, which is different for me. I'm really looking forward to it. I think I have some shows coming up in Utah. I have New York. I have Oregon. I have Chicago, I think. So I'm just like all of these different shows are coming up pretty quick, and I'm excited for that. The summer's going to really ramp up. We've got some more cool festivals and everything, and just stay tuned for original music and singing and whatever. I mean, you never know what to expect with me.
I think you're going to ask the same thing when she said, where are you playing in Oregon? That's where we're in Portland, Oregon.
Oh, I'm playing, so I think it's called the Bigfoot Blues Fest.
Okay.
I think it might be over in Bend
or
Brookings.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah, and
the way down on the coast. Yeah.
Where do folks go to follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram at just Bella Rayne, and then you can find me on YouTube and Facebook and all that good stuff. And your
website. I'll put links to all that down in the show notes for everybody. Bella, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks for having
us.
Saturday
so much
with
for having
us.
me. I had a great time talking to you guys.
Yeah, and congratulations on everything. And obviously, you come with a certain amount of humility and respect
and maturity
for all this. And I look for. I just had to throw it. Can't wait to see. I want to see you play with Daniel Donato.
Oh my God! Yes,
and with Billy Strings.
Yep.
And we will see that.
Can't wait.
Thank you guys so much for having me. It's been great. Y'all are the best.
I got to ask last thing. Have you gotten an I told you so from your parents yet?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I've gotten I told you so from more than my parents about lots of things.
Hell yeah.
Enjoy your Saturday, Bella.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your night, guys.
Thank you, Bella. Oh.
The future is in good hands, everybody.
Patootie.
Yeah, man. You know what, man? Like 18 years old, she has a presence about her that is beyond her years, for sure. She carries herself really well.
Once you start being on stage and putting yourself out there, there's a certain type of person that creates.
Yeah, but we've had young cats on the show that don't know how to do an interview.
But they weren't doing as much as she was. They weren't. Some of those people weren't yet.
Yeah, she's dope.
She's incredible. And like, who wouldn't be proud to be her parents?
I just think about the I told you so that came though. Like I was thinking about it at the whole, like, if that was Simon.
That'd be so messed up.
I would be like, yeah, totally. Like, just like in Dumb and Dumber when he eats the pepper. Wow, everybody. That's Bella Rayne. Go.
But see, what's cool about
follow her.
What Bella's doing is that, like, she just kind of came out of nowhere. She came out of nowhere doing her own thing.
Another COVID gift.
Playing music like she's been doing it since she was in utero.
I can't say that's not annoying a little bit.
It's, you know what? Haters gonna hate, Bella. Maybe you need to play with Tay-Tay a little bit too. Don't let Aaron hate on you, Bella.
I wish that it came that easy to me.
Because she freaking did it. Like, she sat there and did it. Like, she wasn't crying during COVID. She was freaking playing her guitar.
Yeah. Well, we were doing this.
Yeah.
During COVID.
Yeah. So what?
And that's amazing.
She hasn't been married for almost 28 years.
Just picking this up through COVID to what she's doing now.
It's so wild.
It's going to be awesome to watch this.
That to me speaks to the reality of natural talent being a thing.
Yeah.
Like
That's true.
you're somebody that you were meant to do that.
She's getting on stage and figuring out the key and the song all
Yeah.
in a moment's
Come on
notice.
now.
Come on.
It reminds me of Jack Black, what he said. He's like, you either born with it or you're not.
It's true because you can teach people to do all kinds of dope stuff.
That doesn't mean you're going to be good
But
at it.
when you meet a talented person, you don't even think about teaching.
No.
If you have met a truly talented person and you hear what they do, you're not even thinking about, oh, they got taught this, or oh, they've got a good teacher.
No, it's like them.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
like
a person and that's you.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
she said, she picked this up herself. There was no pressure. Nobody was telling her to do it. They weren't like, you're 7. You're taking music lessons, whether you like it or like. She went to
found
it. She
it
was
on her own.
pulled to it.
And honestly, most of the musicians we talk to are like that.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a handful that, mom made me play piano or whatever, but like most of the time, especially in this scene, it's people that have picked up the music and just couldn't put it down.
This is a little off the subject, but you and I were watching that movie, The Accountant. Do you remember?
Barely.
Okay. Anyway, in that movie, they're talking to this doctor, and the doctor deals with trauma cases. And he said, and this is a thing, I actually looked it up. I don't remember what it's called, but these people will have they'll get in an accident, right? And injure their brain.
And then they
can play classical piano.
yeah,
all
or
of a
they're
sudden.
prophetic or whatever. Yeah.
And that also shows that it's in us. Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like it's in
possible.
you. It's in you and it's possible. And I think that the people.
You want me to hit you over the head real hard?
No.
Just keep on hitting
I
it
probably
until
have
I
something
can do
dumb
something.
Anyway.
Don't try that at home,
Yeah,
anyone.
please don't try that at home. But people like Bella, it's in them and they find it through searching.
Yeah.
And it's dope.
Well, I
And
mean,
we're
She found it.
Doesn't
lucky to
even
have
really
it.
seem like she was searching. She's just like hanging out.
She was bored.
Yeah, she's bored.
What's this thing in the garage?
But
And
what
she's
do
now
they?
you're a star.
But what do they say about boredom, dude?
Idle hands in the devil's playground?
No. Boredom is the mother of
necessity is the mother of
Boredom.
invention.
I'm gonna change it. Boredom is the mother of invention.
Kind of the opposite of being
Just
bored.
making shit up.
I'm making it up, dude.
Mashing them
Put
together.
onions in your socks.
Well,
Here's
and obviously she has what is very necessary. She has the confidence to just do anything.
yeah.
Well,
To
and
just
the
like,
support.
you know what? I'm gonna do it. She would, obviously raised with
so-
that. Like, I'm just gonna get up there and do it,
We
whether
have
I fail or not.
talent, support, and
Guts.
courage.
And
Huevos.
obviously, dope parents.
Yeah.
Picking
Yeah,
up
that's a
mom's
support
guitar.
part, yeah.
We got to give it up for mom and dad.
Yeah. Woo, mom and dad.
Hey, mom
Shout
and
out.
dad.
All right, everybody. Follow Bella Rayne. Go to her website. If she's coming through,
It's
go see her.
RAYNE.
Yep. And links are in the show notes. And we will be back next week with more stuff and things. And until then, take care of each other. Smile at a stranger. Safety third. Hydrate. And try something new. You never know. You
Yeah.
could be getting into the thing that you were put on this earth to do.
Yeah, go through your garage and your old stuff and see what's in there.
Yeah, man. Love y'all. Peace.
Like twisting, turn the mission, turning this to journey. Wish the word is many problems, but it's a burden. Family needs has been deferred, and hella means been the earth, and alchemy can bring the birth, the melody of a newborn. So persistent, so resistant, so insistent, so commitment, so resilient, or haven't you learned it? One simple road. My windshield is shattered as I focus through the spot in the corner that is still intact. The react is both a defense mechanism as well as a fear. We've traveled this road before, so we may think, but it's a tad bit of strange similarities that feed an A equal A complex. The fears of your past do not equal the perplexities of the current road.
This is Lawrence Lanahan, journalist, musician, and host of Rearranged, an Osiris Media podcast about music arranging. Once a song is written, arrangers make musical decisions that shape how we end up hearing the song. And we're not just talking about adding orchestral accompaniment, like horns and strings, or doing a cover version of a song. Arrangement can be putting happy music over dark lyrics, using samples, recording all acoustic, even tiny decisions like putting an electronic loop into an acoustic song to draw your attention to an important turn of phrase. It's all arranging. Rearranged episodes are documentary essays where I use arrangements to answer some big questions like what is a song? And what can a song become? And how can the sound of a song change the meaning you take from it? Listening this way has changed my relationship with music. Tune into Rearranged, and maybe it'll happen for you too. Learn more at rearrangedpodcast.com.
Osiris.